What's up everyone, I'm GKB, also known as the Governor, and today on Gamers Knows Best, I continue on my quest to hit 100k gamer score. I've been getting a few requests for these videos, so here's another installment. Okay, before we get into what I've been up to lately, let's recap the last 100k video. So when we last left off, my gamer score was at 60,373, which is really nice since my gamer score when I started this journey was around 29,000 or so. Alright, let's get into what I've been playing lately. First up, we have Hyperlight Drifter. And if you've seen me on some of the podcasts I've been on lately, you know I talk about this game a lot. It really is a great game. It starts with a great cinematic that just sucks you into the story. And another part on that story is there's no dialogue whatsoever in this game. So it's really interesting on how they tell stories, and I love that about this game. Hyperlight Drifter has some great combat as well and some awesome upgrades. The combat feels crisp and fluid, which is really nice since this game loves to beat the crap out of you time and time again. I love the old school 16-bit art style and great color palette. For this being a 16-bit style game, they managed to pull off some epic scenery. I was constantly taking screenshots of the game, and thanks to everyone out there for liking the crap out of those things. I really appreciate it. The music is the last thing I want to touch on. Some of the best I've heard in games. It has this very ominous feel to it, very good beats, and it's just fantastic. I did make this comparison before while listening to the soundtrack of Hyperlight Drifter. It reminds me a lot of Blade Runner, and it's got like a similar tone and feel. I can't say enough good things about this game. Definitely a go pick up and try at some point. Okay, moving on to a more recent game I've played, and that is Batman: A Telltale Series. I have mentioned multiple times that I'm not a huge fan of these games that use heavy amounts of QuickTime events. I just don't like sitting there watching like a movie and just swiping, clicking, whatever. I do have to eat my words on this one here because I love this Batman game. I thought it fit perfectly with how Telltale do their games and their storytelling. I thought they did a great job. I'm a big comic book guy, and that's what it felt like. It felt like an animated comic book, so needless to say, I was hooked on this one. I think the update to the game engine is great. The game looks awesome. I love the art style and characters. I love that Telltale went back to Batman's roots of being this great detective and shedding more light on the Bruce Wayne side. I thought that was a nice touch. I don't want to go too much into the story, but it's a great story with a fantastic twist that we haven't seen before. So I was really excited about that. If you're into Telltale games, you definitely need to go ahead and check this one out. Alright, on to a couple other games I had just played, and that is Overcooked and Frew. Overcooked surprised me. I didn't think I would like it, but the gameplay is so good and addicting. So what's it about? It's a up to 4-player co-op cooking simulator where you go to all these interesting locations, and I mean like interesting, like lava, on food trucks, like all kinds of crazy, on skyscrapers. It's crazy. So what you do is you go ahead and fill all these food orders that come in, and you're on these time constraints, and you have to be really coordinated. You have to be very cooperative. You have to have good communication to get 3 stars on all those levels. I can't say enough. It's really fun. Is it perfect? No, but it's a great time. Now on to Frew. This is an interesting game. You will need to connect to play. This is a Connect game. But what it does is it uses your silhouette to help you solve the puzzles in each of the levels, so you can advance your character throughout the game. Now there are 4 worlds. Each world has a different silhouette that does different things. Like in World 1, you're able to make things invisible or visible. World 2, you get to you turn into water so your character can swim, and a bunch of other ones. Alright, so it makes for some really fun gameplay and some really interesting looks from your significant other asking you like, what the heck are you doing? But yeah, it's a really good fun game. Now that the games are out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the numbers. So like I said earlier, we left off at 60,373 gamer score, and now we are sitting at a whopping 62,639. With less than 5 months to go, we are definitely getting short on time. The good thing is there's a lot of games coming out from now till the end, so it is definitely doable. I'm just going to need to buckle down and get it done. I'm still confident we will make it. Well, that's it. That's this week's Road to 100K Gamer Score. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and smash the crap out of that like button. If you didn't, well, you know what to do. Big shout out to the community. We love you all. This is GKB. We will see you next time. And as always, take care of your fellow gamers.